Everyone, and welcome back for another video of Digital BRICS news. We are very happy to be organizing this web series with StartupBRICS and Digital Business News. Today we are welcoming Cedric Atangana, who's the founder of Infinity Space, which you may know for their product WeCashUp, and he'll be telling us more about this product WeCashUp. Hello Cedric.
Hi Perrine.
Thank you for being with us today. So I was wondering if we could start by you telling us a bit more about WeCashUp.
Okay, I'm Cedric Atangana. I'm the CEO of Infinity Space, which is the company on top of WeCashUp. So we are building WeCashUp, a universal mobile money payment gateway that enables digital company around the world to accept mobile money payments from unbanked people across Africa.
So WeCashUp is in the fintech space in Africa. Could you tell us more about why you decided to launch a company and launch a product in fintech?
I didn't really decide it. It's the fact of life. So the story at the back is that when I was like 16, I lost my dad in a very tragic situation in Cameroon. He had a cerebral attack in Yaoundé, and we took him to the hospital. There, when you go to the hospital, we still have to have cash when you arrive at the hospital to be taken in charge. And we didn't have enough money, so we called our friends, brothers and sisters everywhere for support, but there was no way to send money fast to the hospital. So I was carrying my dad in my hands, and he died. So people came with money after that, but it was too late. So 3 years later, Google came to Cameroon. They organized a very big tech event, the J Cameroon 2011. And I went to that event. I was so wow by all the technology that I discovered there. And I learned about Android and all this stuff. And I became the Google Developer Group Manager for Cameroon. And 2 years later, I had the opportunity, the chance to get accepted at Polytech Marseille. So I moved from Cameroon to Marseille here in France, and I kept working with Google on a tech event on the Africa Android Challenge with other peoples, and they organized a very big event, another big event in Kenya, in Nairobi, in Kenya. And I went to that event, and I met Kenneth Kinyanjui, who is my co-founder today. And after the event, we went to the Maasai market, the local market there. I wanted to buy souvenirs for my friends, and I wanted to pay with cash. And the woman at the market said, "No, I don't take cash. What do you want? How you want me to pay?" I say, "With M-Pesa." I said, "Wow, what is M-Pesa?" So that's how I discovered M-Pesa. I say, when I saw that, I said, "Hey, if you had such a technology when my dad died, maybe he would still be alive today." So I went back to Marseille, and I discussed with my other co-founder, Anicel Ren-Cognier, who is more like finance, have a finance background. We started studying the market, so how M-Pesa works, etc. And we found that it works in Kenya only. And at that time, there were practically no API, so people cannot buy online and things like that. And we saw that other companies, like other telecoms companies, were doing the same. Orange launched Orange Money, MTN with MTN Mobile Money, Airtel Money, etc. So wow, they were practically everywhere in all the countries in Africa, but there were no cross-border payments, no cross-network payments, and people were not able to pay online with it. And we said there is something to do at that level. So we built WeCashUp, which is a platform that interconnects all of them, creates interoperability between them, and we provide a single API to merchants to accept them all. So the big challenge for merchants today is that, okay, if I want to sell my product everywhere in Africa, I have to go to each one of the 54 countries in Africa and integrate each one of the 155 mobile money wallets on the continent. That's a lot of work for them. So through WeCashUp, they will just have to do one single integration to have access to them. So that's the story on how we started, and yeah.
So your startup is based in Marseille. I was just wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the links that you see between Marseille and Africa and the opportunities that are there. What is your take on it? Do you think it needs to be developed further? All of that.
Yeah, as I always say, from Marseille, you just have to go on top of the Velodrome Stadium and look to the sea, and you will see Africa. So Marseille is the end of France and the connection to Africa. So there is a very diverse community in Marseille. You have people coming from all over the world, and especially for North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. So it's a real good connection between Europe and Africa. So being in Marseille is a good thing for us because we are building a technology for African people, so for the people who don't have credit cards, and we have merchants based in Marseille especially, and all over Europe who are in connection with them directly. So our vision is to stay in Marseille to keep developing our technology, but to have a footprint on the continent. Today we have a team in Cameroon, we have another team in Kenya. We work remotely. It's very difficult, and our dream, our next move will be to bring all our team to Marseille. So yeah.
So talking about your team, how many, WeCashUp today, how many people, how many companies, if you could give us a few numbers so that we can imagine how big the company is already.
Okay, today the company is like about 15 people. We have 8 to 10 people full-time, and we have advisors and people around. We come from 11 countries. We come from Cameroon, Kenya, France, China, Congo, Mali, Togo, Madagascar, Germany, and the US. So it's a very diverse team. And today we already onboarded more than 2,500 merchants. And we expect to reach 5,000 merchants by the end of next year. So things are growing. We launched like 6 months ago, and things are growing very, very fast. So yeah.
Talking of next year, what are your objectives for this year and perhaps for the few years to come?
In the short term, the very short term, the target is to bring our co-founders from Kenya, Kenneth, to Marseille. So I will really hope he will get the work permit from the French Tech ticket. We really count on that for working remotely. It's good, but it's very, very difficult also. And we have a team with people coming from different countries. They speak different languages, and it's not very easy to work remotely. So having him on the ground in Marseille will be a good thing for us. After that, we are planning a fundraising to enlarge our team. Dealing with more than 2,000 merchants is not very easy for a small team like us. So we are planning a big fundraising by the end of this year. It's the first semester of next year. And we are planning to move back to Africa, have a footprint, like a subsidy in Cameroon, in Kenya, and maybe in Côte d'Ivoire, in Senegal, in Rwanda, and Mauritius. So that are some of the things that we are planning. Yeah.
So you're currently looking for investors?
Definitely, we are looking for investors for our next fundraising, and we ask all of these people who are interested in doing business in Africa to come to us, and they just go to WeCashUp.com. You will find our contact, or come to us.
Thank you, Cedric. Thank you, everyone, for watching another video. And we'll see you next time for more stories of entrepreneurs who brought their business to France.